Hey beauties, welcome into your reading, What You Need to Know Right Now. This will be a special reading with the Morrigan. She will be sharing any messages that she has for you today. And this is also an 11/11 portal reading. I'm filming this on the 11th, so we should get some pretty interesting energies and messages coming through today. So today's reading is going to be another blind. Pick a card, I will show you the backs of the cards, and then I will insert a picture for those of you who need a little bit more time. All right, so this is going to be for group 1. This is your card right here, group 1. And for group 2, this is your card right here. Okay, so we have group 1, group 2. 1, 2. All right, picture is incoming, and I'll see you all on the other side. Group 1, welcome in. Messages that you need to know right now from the Morrigan, from your spirit team, from the divine, from the 11/11 portal energies. We have the Magician. You all picked the Magician. So the power was in you all along, my dear. You just had to learn that it was there. Let's go deeper and see what other messages want to come out for you, what you need to know right now. I'm getting that you are a lot more powerful than you may believe. Tell us more for my group 1, messages they need to know right now, messages they need to hear right now. We have a couple that want to come out. Ooh, okay. We have the Sun with the 3 of Cups, with the Queen of Pentacles. Wow. So this really speaks to me about success. It speaks to me about a group effort here. It speaks to me about leadership. And it also is about something being illuminated. I'm seeing with the Sun card here, this red veil looking thing that the crow has in its mouth. And I have another deck here, the Halloween Oracle. It reminds me of a card from that deck called the Veil, and there's a red scarf over someone's eyes. It talks about being able to see through the veil. So I'm feeling like this card has something to do with something that is being illuminated, perhaps a message or a vision that has come through the veil that is coming fully manifest and that is coming into being, coming into the light, not only for you to see, but for you to celebrate. Tell us more about this. What else do we need to know about this? What else do we need to know about this for group 1? Great Queen Morrigan. What other messages do you have for group 1? And the Magician, the Magician, the Magician. We have the Hierophant. We have the Hierophant. You are the key. You are the key. Tell us more. There's something about structure here. I'm getting religious structure with this card. I'm getting or organizational structures. The Hierophant can speak to a large organization like a church, a religion, a government. It can also be a bank, a financial institution, something that has a lot of laws in place, rules in place. Could be law related as well, court related. Do you see this card and the key here? There's something that is being unlocked, something within a structure, within one of the structures that I mentioned, or something like it, that is being unlocked because something is manifesting for you. You have manifested something. We have Queen of Wands here with these two lions. There's a ferocious energy to this card. I'm feeling divine feminine energy with these two queens here. Let's pull some channeled messages. Great Queen. Clarify what is manifesting, what is being celebrated, brought into the light, what is being unlocked with these queens here. The Sun, the Hierophant, the Magician. Clarify these cards, Great Queen. Okay. This says hidden camera recording, spyware. Tell us about this. Ooh, okay. We have victory. We have Father. This could be relating to a masculine energy, or it could be relating to, again, something that has to do with religion here. We have outgoing. I'm feeling like you are seeing something about someone, or about a masculine energy here, and that's energy, not gender, or something about a particular structure that may be in a masculine dominated area or field. Clarify the hidden camera recording, spyware here, Great Queen. Either way, it is a victory for you. So specifically with that, okay. Okay, we have here curse and hex. It may not be literal, okay. Clarify these cards here. Clarify these cards. We have corruption. Okay, so there's a clear victory here over an energy or energies that are or have invaded some boundaries, or are trying to invade boundaries or monitor what you are doing, especially if you are a feminine energy, or you are perceived as a feminine energy. Okay, I am getting that some of you have done you may have done a little something. There is no judgment here. You do what you got to do. But when this kind of thing goes on, it can feel like it is a curse or a hex. It may not actually be. But corruption is here specifically. And she's speaking about victory over this corruption, over how someone or something has tried to invade boundaries, or is trying to invade boundaries, and there is corruption within that. So I feel like I'm speaking to some of you who are perhaps concerned about corruption in hierarchies or structural types of powers, and what that could mean. She's coming forward to say that there is a victory over those energies. You have manifested something, or you are in the works of manifesting something. And she's saying to me also that it is time to manifest as well. Whatever your practice is, you know what your practice is. I won't go too deep into that, but she wants you to work with your own inner power when it comes specifically to anything that is trying to invade your boundaries, and especially if it is something that is corrupt. You have a lot of power within you. There is the energy of the sun behind you. Some of you have prophetic gifts as well. Yeah, okay, this says actions taken by the collective and experienced by the collective. So this corruption, this this curse, hex, negative energy, feeling like boundaries are being invaded with some of this. Again, these could be literal, they could be metaphoric. I'm feeling like it is more metaphoric for most of you, but take it as it resonates, use your discretion. So these are, she's talking to you about the actions that were taken here against you, and now the actions that you are taking, or the actions that she is guiding you to take now. I'm getting that some of you did some kind of return to sender reversal type of thing, or you used some type of malefic or baneful energy to protect yourself from this. At the bottom of the deck, we have take action. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about the actions that she would like you to take. I am feeling this deck, the Halloween Oracle here. And when I say she, I am of course speaking about the Morrigan, but this could also be your other spirit team, deities or spirit guides, ancestors, of course. They are welcome here to speak through this reading as well. So tell us about the actions to be taken here. Tell us about the actions for the collective. We have joy, we have rejoicing in the present. So, wow, okay, so with this Sun card, I'm getting that not all of you have really been feeling this joy, have been feeling this Sun energy. Well, I feel a couple of things, actually. So I feel like there are glimpses of that. There are glimpses of that joy, that hope. There is like this duality between looking at the present moment and seeing things like this, and at the same time feeling something in the spirit or in the mind's eye through the veil that feels, I'm getting the word resplendent, that feels joyous, that feels illuminating, that feels celebratory. And this is the card of manifestation. And so the guidance that you are being given right now is to lean into these, for lack of a better word, these high vibrational joyous energies. Do the things that make you feel joyous, that make you feel grateful, that make you feel like you're celebrating life. Three of Cups energy, spending time with people that you care about, or with your spiritual team, your ancestors, if you don't have physical people in your life, or people that you trust. It just depends on where you're at. It depends on how that hits for you in your individual lives. Lean into that joy, because there's a manifestation happening that's a really beautiful thing. And some of you are very, I'm getting this the animal spirit of the bee. You're in a very fertile energy, and you're very, very powerful. There is something about leaning into these more happy energies that you're feeling, that you're getting the glimpses of. It's going to be different for each of you, but leaning into those energies so that there can be a manifestation coming into being here. I feel like it's coming. I feel like that's the message that's being communicated. There's something coming and you're manifesting it. You're the manifester. Some of you may be manifesting generators. I forget what that's from. Let me know in the comments if you know what that is from, but some of you might be that. So your mind is incredibly powerful. Your mind is incredibly powerful. We have owl. We have wise seeing, wise action. Look at those eyes here. There's something that you know is coming, and you're being guided by these ancient energies right now within yourself, and also within whatever your spiritual practice happens to be. This is about also, so you're manifesting here. You're manifesting and leaning into the good things. I'm feeling with this card, remember when I was talking about there could be sort of a disconnect and a duality between feeling like good things are coming and seeing the corruption on the outside. This is telling you not to bypass what you're seeing, but to observe it, because there is information there that is relevant. And I'm getting specifically that for some of you, just the power of your observation, your ability to witness is an act of transmutation. It's like a sacred ritual that you may not have been aware that you were practicing just by sitting and witnessing what others may be dealing with this corruption here, with these boundary issues here. The act of you witnessing and not internalizing it, but witnessing it and setting the intention to transmute it for yourself and for others is the message for you right now. And there is, I'm getting chills. There's a lot of power in that, but you all are very wise and old souls. And so I'm feeling like a lot of you have been through these different lifetimes and you've seen these cycles of power and corruption and destruction and then building up and then maintaining and creating creation and destruction again and again, basically. And so the wisdom that you have within you and the ability that you have developed within you is to witness these things and hold the wisdom that you're seeing, that you're observing, witnessing the corruption and sharing the wisdom that you hold within you to assist others who are in the trenches, more or less. And in your witnessing of what they're going through, you are transmuting that pain into something that is illuminating, something that is joyful, a victory, because I'm feeling that there's something very victorious here. There's something very joyous. And it's, again, I'm feeling that disconnect with the external reality that some of you might be seeing. So the message is to lean in more into this, because you're a natural transmuter, and that's what you're being called to do, is manifest through transmutation and manifest by leaning into the good things. Tell us more. Other messages from my group. One, what they need to know right now. Okay, we have hedgehog, we have disguise. This card talks about the need to kind of tend to your own garden, because there is sort of danger afoot, so to speak. It may not be actual literal danger. It might just be negativity or things that want to pull you into negativity. Take it as it resonates. It depends on what your situation is. But it talks about taking the time to reset and replenish yourself, because there are other things lurking that are going to require your energy and your mental power in order to protect yourself and to maintain this high vibrational energy that this reading is picking up on here. So take the time that you need to do to rest and do the things that you need to do to protect your energy, including warding, including cleansing, whatever your practice is. Tell us more. What else does my group 1 need to know? What they need to know right now. What they need to know right now. What they need to know right now. Group 1, my beautiful group 1, you'll have a beautiful, beautiful energy, even if you don't always feel it. I'm feeling it. What else for group 1? What else for group 1? What they need to know right now. We have snake, we have rebirth. Okay, all right, we're going to talk about that. Okay. So there is, within the collective right now, there is some massive shadow work going on. It's like the beginning of some very deep shadow work. And snakes are so misunderstood. They are feared, but they are, at the same time, they're very much associated with magical energy, with empowering energies like Medusa, like Lilith. And they also are known for like shedding their skin. They cleanse and heal and kind of rebirth and transform themselves in that way. There is a rebirth happening right now. And part of that rebirth is, it has to do with shadow work. It has to do with the unwillingness that we have had as a collective, an unwillingness to look at certain wounds. And when we as a collective do not look at wounds, we ignore them, right? Kind of shove it under the rug. And I'm not saying that you're doing this. I'm speaking more broadly, like as a collective, as a whole. Some of us have been doing that. Some of us have not. Not that one is better than the other. I'm not trying to say, I'm not trying to say one is better than the other or anyone is better than another person, depending on whether they're doing shadow work or not, because shadow work is a very personal choice. But the thing with shadow work is that when we ignore the shadow, when we ignore the part of ourself or the part within the collective that is hurting, that is painful, that is acting out in a certain way, that is in negativity and causing corruptive energies, that is spreading negative things, that is really just, it's really just symbolic of an unhealed wound or unhealed wounds. And so the shadow will get louder and louder until we are willing to look at it and see what those wounds are and set the intention to heal them, and then do the shadow work necessary in order to heal them. And so that is part of what's happening right now. We're going through this rebirth. And collectively, there are wounds that are being exposed. And so the call to action for you as these wounds are being exposed is to lean into the practices that make you feel good, and lean into your ability to witness and to transmute the pain that you are seeing, that others are going through, as well as your own. But I feel like if we're already here, then you've already been doing the shadow work. You've already been doing a lot of transmutation on your own. Because there's something new that is being born. There's something new being born, and there is a victory here. What else would you like the collective to know? My group one, what you would like them to know, what they need to know right now. What else they need to know? What else do they need to know? Oh, I love this card. Okay. We have number 18, anti-hero, maverick, risk taker, rule breaker. So you do not conform to the rules that certain structures have placed on society or on you. It could have to do with gender roles. It could go way beyond that. It could just have to do with who you are as a person. You don't fit into the box. And I get it. I don't either. And we don't have to fit in to anybody's box, because it doesn't belong to us, right? It's not our box. We didn't create it. Why should we have to get into it, right? So this is calling you to lean into those things that make you different, Tend to your own garden, do what you need to do to take care of yourself, but don't be afraid to be who you are, because who you are and how different you are, how unique you are, is incredibly inspiring for other people. And you, having done the shadow work needed so that you feel comfortable in your own skin, feeling comfortable enough to stand out and be unique and not try to fit into anyone's box and not try to please other people, not shrink yourself, that's taken an incredible amount of healing, of shadow work. And so you are inspirational to others, for the others that are still afraid to be who they really are. And you remember what that feels like, right? It can feel very confining. So just the act of you being who you truly are and being outwardly unique and different is inspiring and healing. And it will help manifest these bright, beautiful energies that I'm seeing here on this table. What else for my group 1? Closing messages for my group 1. My magicians. My magicians. What else for group 1? Closing messages for group 1. Ooh, I got chills again. Okay, we have number 30, that death will come, mortal, finite, fragile. There's something ending here. There's something ending with this corruption energy. There is a cycle closing out. There's a cycle closing out. And this could be on a broad scale, right? Collectively. It could be individually, macro and micro. And whenever something happens on the micro, it's happening on the macro and vice versa. So there's a cycle that is ending. And there is this acceptance. This acceptance here that all things eventually come to an end. And from the ending, from that death, there is a rebirth, there is a renewal, there is something new that is being born. And what is being born, it looks very joyous, it looks victorious, but I do want to go a little bit deeper into what's being born. Tell me what's being born here for my group 1. Give us a hint here about what's being born for my group 1. Ooh, a couple things fell. Ooh, okay, we have skeleton, we have strength, and we have invisibility, we have authenticity. And I feel with this that there is sort of a stripping down to the bare bones of what makes us strong, what makes you strong. And I feel like this is happening collectively. There is this strength that is being born. There's this purification process that's happening with this rebirth. And there is this returning to what is stable, what is strong. And we are being awoken within ourselves to what was once invisible, but what has been true about ourselves all along. And what is true about you all along really is that you are the manifester, you are the magician, you are the power, you hold the key, you hold the victory within you. You are the part of the collective that can manifest joy and manifest bright and beautiful energy, manifest stability, manifest sovereignty and rightful power. And the work that you are doing just by witnessing, just by leaning into these really positive energies is very important right now. So take care of you, do what you need to, be who you are. And those are the messages that I've received for you today. I am so honored to have done this reading for you, Group 1. If you enjoyed this reading, please do leave me a like, a comment, and if you haven't subscribed yet and want to see more videos like this one, please do subscribe. All right, Group 1, I'll see you next time. Much love. Group 2, welcome in to your reading. What you need to know right now. This card that you chose is the World. So y'all got the World card. So there is a major cycle that is ending, a major shift, a major transition. But the emphasis in this card really is that something major is closing out, and simultaneously as something major closes out, something new is beginning. The World card is the last card of the major arcana cards in the tarot deck. So it's a lot of energy. It's an incredible energy. And it is also a card of well done. Now you can close this chapter and move forward. And in this particular card as well, you can see some of the zodiac signs. At least I get zodiac energy with this card. We think of the zodiac wheel and the 12 signs of the zodiac. I see Scorpio here, I see Leo, I see Taurus as well. Those don't have to be your signs, but those particular placements in your birth chart could be significant. So let's go deeper and see what messages you need to know right now. What else does my group 2 need to know right now? The World card, something closing. Something is closing out for them. Something major is closing. Tell us more about this, Great Queen. Great Queen. I see a spirit guide. Somebody's spirit guide who's older, like an older man with white hair. This could be a grandfather. We have the 3 of Pentacles here. 3 of Pentacles. There's something that you have been working to close out, very diligently working at. Tell us more about this. Tell us more about this. All right, I'm picking up a little something else. Let's keep going. Some more energy. Tell me more about my group 2. What's going on here? Okay, we've got the 4 of Swords. So this has to do with healing. This has to do with a cycle of healing that you have been working very diligently on. This could specifically have to do with your work or with money or resources, although it doesn't have to. Tell me more about this situation for my group 2. I keep hearing something major is closing. More about this. Okay, we've got the 10 of Swords. Okay. We've got the High Priestess at the bottom of the deck as well. So that is a card of inner knowing, intuition. Knowing, but not necessarily saying what you know, and not really needing to have the facts because you intuitively already know. Let's clarify this 10 of Swords, and I got a little quiet for a moment there because I'm seeing this spirit guide. I think it's someone who may have passed over already. They are wearing blue. I saw an older man in blue in one of my last readings. He's pointing to like a gold circle. And I see a crow there. It looks to me like it could be a portal. Let's go further and we'll dive deeper into that. Let's clarify these cards here. Great Queen, what is the 10 of Swords? What is the 10 of Swords? What is the 10 of Swords? Thank you. Okay, we have letting go and release. So we're releasing of something painful. We have Saturn and we have other state, USA. Okay, so this could be literal or metaphoric. I don't know if you're in the USA or not, but it could be another location that is near by you. Saturn here Saturn is known as the father of the planets. Like in astrology, he's the sky father, and his energy can be very protective, right? But it can also be somewhat domineering. It can be disciplinary. It can feel very restrictive. Those of you who have gone through your Saturn's return, and if you haven't, it's at about the time that you turn 30 years old. And again, when you turn 60, happens every 30 years. But that time in a person's life is usually when things start going wrong, and we are shown that we are like our old way of life is phasing out and something new is beginning. You could be at this point, you could be going through your Saturn's return, or there's something significant about Saturn in your chart, but there is a letting go and release of some old patterns here, and a move on to something else. You could have been considering a move to another state if you're in the USA, and letting go of where you are right now. Yeah, because there is this energy here, this Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords is like a very painful ending. There can be betrayal energy with this card as well. For some of you, it was an abrupt sort of ending. Tell us more about this, the world, what's going on for my group too, what else they need to know. What else they need to know? Yeah, I'm getting that it is time to let go. There is a cycle closing. We have here, love conquers all, enduring loyalty, eternal love, and lasting commitment. Maybe some more energy with that. I feel so much happening in the heart chakra with this particular card. It's like loving through the hard times, loving through and enduring no matter what, an enduring type of love here. I don't know if this is a love reading or not yet, but place it where it needs to go, how it fits for you in your life. Take what resonates. Tell us more about this. Tell us more about this. Wow, and then we have discipline, training, consistency, and practice. So talking about Saturn here with discipline, there's specifically a musical instrument in this card. I'm getting discipline with this Three of Pentacles as well, something that you have been working at. Okay, let's go a little bit further. I'm getting that there's something that you love, that you have been working very diligently at, practicing at, but I feel like this is a little bit deeper. Give me just a second. All right, so what I am diving in deep with these two different cards that came out, the love conquers all and the discipline. So I'm getting that the Ten of Swords here, it does have to do with love. It does have to do with some betrayal here. It could have to do specifically with a romantic relationship or not. It could have to do with people that you love, but you have seen this already and you're aware that a cycle is closing out. But it's also talking about how there is love for you. Like there are others that do love you, that will love you, that will be with you through thick and thin, that you deserve that and that you do have that. You may not have that with everyone that you wanted to have that with, that you thought that you had that with, but it exists for you nonetheless, and your spirit team certainly is there for you in that regard, even if humans are not at present moment. And this card, specifically the discipline card, it talks about how discipline is required because you know that you're going through a change and that this change is difficult. And you know, this Saturn energy that's showing up, it can be a difficult, grindy sort of energy. It can make you feel like you're under pressure. But this is talking about how putting a plan into motion and executing the little things that you can will help you get through this change, because there is a change that is happening here. There is a cycle that is closing. Let's go further. What else would you like the collective to know about this change and this cycle closing? What else do they need to know? We have weaving fate. Okay, so you are actively creating this change right now. Okay, what else for the collective? For group 2, this change, what they're closing out, what they're letting go of. What else would you like them to know? Okay, we have bringing the fire. The fiery eye of the divine is protecting you, and scorching enemy energy. So you have a fiery wall of protection around you. Some of you all have caste protections, or you are being guided to do that, so that you can really let go, release, and move on. The protection part of this is important, but that energy is already here. Okay, what else for the collective of group 2 and what they need to know? Closing out this cycle with Saturn. We have not from this planet, ET, interdimensional soul. So I'm getting that you are different, and there's something about you that makes you kind of stand out and feel different. And with this other state card here, if you are specifically in the USA and you are different in us, you know, in certain kinds of ways, you may feel like other states, moving to other states might be advantageous for you at this time. So if that is something that you feel guided to do, specifically whoever that applies for, they're letting you know that it is possible, although it will be difficult, and there is an energy of love here supporting you as well. What else for group 2, what they need to know about these energies here? We have job in the reverse. Tell me more. We have home, city, and state. So you may have a job or work or trade in a home, city, and state. And so you may be worried about releasing that in order to go somewhere else or let go of it. What would you like to say to the collective about that specifically? Ooh. We have crystals, so something is being amplified here. You may also be called to work with crystal magic or work with them to manifest what you want. Okay. We have gender ain't nothing but self-expression. So yeah, if you are specifically dealing with feeling oppressed because of your gender, then you deserve to feel love wherever you are, wherever you go. You deserve to feel safe in your own skin. And so for those of you who are worried about getting a job if you go somewhere else, there's some specific advice here about using crystals to manifest a job if you want to leave and go somewhere else. That may not be for all of you, but for those who it resonates with, that information is there. With this transformation energy out here on the table, even if you're not looking to manifest a different job, I would say that for prosperity and manifesting prosperity, and also for transformation, malachite is very good for all of those. It is a green stone, and it helps with those different things that I just mentioned. Also, I'm getting hematite, which is very grounding. I'm getting pyrite as well, aventurine, jade, emerald. These things will help with job related things and prosperity and money, as well as manifesting security if you're looking to move somewhere else. What else from my group 2? Okay, we have uncrossing, and then we have self-deception and paranoia. We're going to pull some tarot on that. Oh, that just fell. So this is the card that came out. So there could be some narcissistic type of energy that you have been dealing with or are dealing with. So definitely protect your energy. I'm going to be posting a video called an energetic and emotional detox ritual. It's a bath and shower ritual. It's really easy to do. So do look for that video, because that will really help you let go and release some of this energy, including some of this mental energy that I see here, this self-deception, paranoia, and uncrossing. So some of you are perhaps picking up on a lot of things psychically, a lot of psychic information. I feel like a lot of you are picking up on the fears of other people and the worries of other people at this time. And so there could be a benefit to doing an uncrossing, to doing a cord cutting, to doing some cleansing of both yourself, your vessel, and your space, so that you have some newer, clean energy that is able to come in, and you can disconnect from what your energy and your thoughts and emotions are and what is outside of you. What else would you like to say to the collective? What else do they need to know from my group to closing out these cycles? I'm getting choked up a little bit. Okay. The Morrigan wants you to know, for those of you who don't feel safe where you are, you will have sanctuary where you go, and she will help you. Whew, okay. All right, what else for my group two? What else for my group two? What else for my group two? What other messages? Ooh, we have the King of Wands. King of Wands, it is time to take some actions. You have a lot of fiery, protective energy around you. What else from my group two? What else from my group two? Protective energy, manifestation energy. We have here the Two of Pentacles. So this is talking about the power that you hold, your ability to manifest. And for some of you, there's a need here to do two things at once, and there is the power and ability to do that here. Absolutely, you can do two things at once. Stay in balance within yourself. Take the time that you need to do self-care, but you have that ability to balance. Okay, we have the Knight of Swords here. We're gonna clarify that guy or gal or whomever. Clarify the Knight of Swords. Candle magic was flipped over, so some of you literally cast a fiery wall of protection candle spell, or you're being guided to do that. Take it if it resonates. Tell us about the Knight of Swords. I don't like what I'm feeling. Okay, we have waning moon. So something is phasing out. Something is phasing out, but I'm feeling this sort of this like attack sort of energy with the Knight of Swords. Tell me more about the Knight of Swords with the waning moon. Tell us more about the Knight of Swords with the waning moon. We have car. This could literally have to do with the car, but I feel like this is about mobility and about the ability to make moves here. Waning moon. Let's see. Tell me more about this. Knight of Swords with the waning moon and card. We have jail was flipped over. We're going to take that. So, we have fall and autumn. Okay. So there is something here that is, I'm getting what I'm getting, okay? There is something here about trapping an energy, and like restricting the mobility of an energy. And I feel like this is something that you know is already happening. Perhaps this is something that you feel happening to you, where you feel like you are being restricted, where you feel like perhaps someone or something is going to be restricting or taking moves to restrict your ability to move or restrict your choices in some way. And at the same time, there is an energy here that is phasing out. So although you might be feeling that, there's also an energy that is phasing out as well. Okay, let's go a little bit further with that. So tell me about the energy that is phasing out specifically. What's going on with that? What is phasing out? What is phasing out? What is phasing out? Not this deck. This deck here, we're going back to tarot. What is the energy that is phasing out here? The energy that is phasing out. What is the energy that's phasing out? Ooh. Endings, transformation, death. So there is an energy of endings that is phasing out. That's interesting. That's interesting. Tell us more about this. We've got the Knight of Cups here. What is phasing out? What is phasing out? Something is ending. Okay. We have different people here that are showing up. So we have here a Queen of Swords and a Knight of Cups. Queen of Swords is a truth teller, someone who is very logical, someone who may not necessarily conform to their gender, you know, like a feminine energy not gender, who is very logical, who speaks perhaps without a lot of emotion, who perhaps can rub people the wrong way because of how she speaks without emotion and how she doesn't necessarily feel the need to comfort other people with what she is saying. And then the Knight of Cups, of course, is very much about, he's like the knight in shining armor that wants to come in to save the day. He is very in tune with the emotions and the feelings of others. What else would you like the collective to know about what is phasing out with this Knight of Swords here? Okay, we have, all right, conflict with the Five of Wands. So there is a conflict here that is phasing out, and there is endings and death energy out here. It's not literal death, it is metaphoric, okay? So, and energetic. So we have Five of Wands here with the Queen of Swords, the Knight of Cups. There is a conflict that's happening. There are endings that are happening here. What else would you like them to know about this Great Queen? I feel like there is this restriction that is going to be attempted to be imposed. It's like someone or something is attempting to restrict, and it is causing conflict, and it is causing endings. What else would you like them to know about this? What else would you like them to know about this? What else would you like them to know about this? Okay. We have false. Okay. What else? What is false exactly? What is false? What is false for my group too? What is false here? What is false? Ooh, okay. We have false support. Okay. All right. Okay, so we have here false support. So what I'm getting with this is, if you have been picking up on the energy of people who say that they stand behind you, or that they will, or that Don't worry. Everything will be okay if X, Y, and Z happens. The Morrigan is saying here that to beware of false support. You know who and what around you really and truly supports you because you know what's in your heart. You are intuitive enough. This also says here, your authenticity will be too much for some. Shine anyway. Okay, and then we also have STFU spell. So, okay, all right. So what I'm getting with this is that there are things you've been wondering if you should suppress about yourself or not say anymore. And this is saying no, go ahead and shine anyway, but do be aware that if you do that, that there are others around you that are going to show themselves as being false, okay? And you might already be aware of this. You might already be aware of the people around you who you thought were friends who are actually false, or who have shown in support of you, but it doesn't feel right. It feels like it is fake. Yes, it is. Trust your intuition on that. And keep doing what you are doing. Keep letting yourself shine because you are protected. You have a lot of protective energy around you. Even if somebody or something takes action to restrict you in some kind of way, there is an energy that is being phased out with that. But do what you need to do in order to feel safe and protect yourself, okay? Know that you are protected, but there is a cycle here that is majorly ending and coming to a close. And I want to clarify that a little bit because I'm feeling like that's happening in a big way, and I'm feeling like that is also happening in your individual lives as well. I'm going to go back to tarot. Tell us more, a little bit more about closing out, and what else they need to know about this. She's saying to me, you will have sanctuary, you will have sanctuary, you will have sanctuary. No one can hurt you. I have you. No one can hurt you. I have you. We have here the 9 of Cups. There's a wish fulfillment that is happening here. There's a wish fulfillment. There's something good that is coming in. Tell us more. What else would you like them to know? We have the Queen of Cups. It's okay to be who you are and show your sensitive side. There's a wish fulfillment here for this Queen of Cups. Energy, not gender. Tell us about the wish fulfillment. Tell us about the wish fulfillment that comes with this cycle that is closing out. Tell us about the wish fulfillment for this cycle that is closing out. Okay. We've got the Devil here. The Devil. Oh, okay. So this restrictive energy, this energy that would bind, this energy that would tempt, this energy that would dominate, that type of energy is what is closing out. Now, in the meantime, because this is going to take a minute, all right? I'm not exactly sure how long, but as that is happening, and we all want to be free, right? We all want to be free from these restrictive energies that would oppress us and oppress others, okay? But do what you need to do to nourish yourself, because a lot of you are very sensitive, a lot of you are very empathic, and you're picking up on the chaining that is happening, not just for you, but for others. And there's a need here to nourish yourself. Drink a lot of water. Definitely check out that ritual that I'm going to be posting pretty soon. What else would you like them to know? We've got the Empress here. Yeah, all right. So listen, despite this, and what we see happening in the world with restriction, restrictive energies, perhaps masculine, Saturnalian types of energies. Take it as it resonates. The goddess lives, okay? The divine feminine is alive and awake and is not going to crawl back into the hole for anybody, okay? So you are being protected by these divine feminine energies that are showing up here. And there is a rising of feminine divine energy, and that again doesn't really necessarily have anything to do with your gender, but we do have for some of y'all that there is gender out here on the table. Yeah, because we all deserve to be who we are without anybody or anything else trying to cage us and tell us or do unto us otherwise. So there is a rebirth happening. The divine feminine is here and present in the world, and specifically the Morrigan as one goddess who is the divine feminine wants you to know that there is a cycle closing. There is, and you are protected, and you will have what you need to go forward and to go where you are loved and where you feel safe. Should you feel called to do that, you absolutely have that within you. If you've been looking for that message, this is your green light. But even if you do go, that energy is still closing out one way or the other. All right? Okay, group 2, those are the messages that I received for you today. It has been an honor to read for you. If you enjoyed this reading, please do leave me a like, leave me a comment. And if you haven't subscribed, please do, so that I can stay connected to your energy and do more readings like this one. All right, I'm sending you all so much love. Until next time, bye.